To begin with, I want you to be honest with yourself in what I'm about to ask you. Let's say there are 6 children in a classroom. To get to know them better, you ask them a very simple question. What is your favorite ice cream flavor? The answers you get are as follows. The first girl responds with strawberry. The next kid says vanilla. The following girl says chocolate. One of them responds with mint chocolate. Then you get another reply vanilla. And the last boy says he doesn't like ice cream. Now, my question to you is, with such limited information given, which of these kids would you consider to be unique? And which of them would make you think, oh, that kid is weird? What's interesting is that given the situation, without inputting your own opinions on the flavors, our perception of who is normal, unique, or weird does not only depend on how common the responses are, but also on the proportions of how many common, less common, and rare responses were recorded, which contributes to our impression. What I mean is, let's say we consider the flavors strawberry, mint chocolate, mango, caramel, cookies and cream, peanut butter less popular. If all of the children answered with such flavors, there would be no outliers, hence no remarkable kid. Or suppose all of them said they don't like ice cream, which is weird, but you wouldn't say they're all weird, would you? Then how do we know if someone qualifies as unique, normal, or weird? Please raise your hand if you consider yourself to be unique. Not many of you. Thank you, you may lower them now. I think I'm unique, or at least I was sure of that in the past. I'm Uzbek, but I was born in Japan. I was raised there, surrounded by Japanese culture for 11 years. I went to a public kindergarten and elementary school. I received the same education as any other Japanese child, had good classmates and many close friends. I remember in 3rd grade, when I moved from Tokyo to Nagoya, as a new student, I was asked to introduce myself. It was not my first time moving to another city and changing schools. When introducing myself, I would say, こんにちは、私はマリカです。ウズベク人で日本語とロシア語が喋れます。Which translates to, Hello, I'm Malika. I'm Uzbek and I can speak Russian and Japanese. After that, I would enjoy the storm of questions asked to me about my nationality. Back then, what made me feel special and different was my background, how I spoke one language more than everyone else. My ego was fed every time people asked me to say a word in Russian. I was an average student, academically and socially. If only I was native to Japan, no one would view me as a remarkable individual. But I was from Uzbekistan, a country no one knew of, to which people would say, huh, Uzbekistan? No, you mean Pakistan? However, that distinctive trait of mine, being the only foreigner in a school with over 1,200 kids, became not so distinctive at the age of 11 as I moved to a new country. That move was to Singapore. Switching from a local public school to an international school, I experienced a major contrast. My class was filled with students from all around the world: France, Korea, India, Taiwan, New Zealand, and more. It was the first time I learned the term third culture kid, which defined me and the many young people surrounding me who spend their lives living outside their passport countries. And while people still inquired where exactly Uzbekistan was in the world map, no one asked me if it was Pakistan anymore. I remember on the first day of school, my new classmates asked me where I was from. And as someone who freshly came out of a Japanese school where they learned ABCs in 5th grade English class, I simply quoted the same exact introduction I used to say in Japan when moving to a new school. But the difference in my new friend's reaction and that of my former classmates was huge. While in Japan, my classmates were so surprised and intrigued of me being a third culture kid, my new classmates were not. Instead, they told me their stories of being third culture kids as well. In this new environment, I was not the only one talking about my background, experiences, and countries I had been to anymore. Everyone had their own individual narratives, complementing their distinct backgrounds in this international school. Environment is one of the factors that form our standards of classifying distinctiveness. And as you get used to it, soon you will also adjust to have similar standards as those surrounding you. Because what do you think happened to me while living in an international environment for 2 years? As I adapted to the diverse society, my trait of speaking 3 languages and being a third culture kid no longer felt special to myself either. My classification of what was rare was turned into common and nothing out of ordinary. To add on, even if I go back to a monocultural environment, like in Japan, I will never view individuals with diverse backgrounds, including myself, that special again, because of the experience of living in a multicultural environment. But maybe my old friends from Japan might still view me as unique, since I am probably the only Uzbek they ever came across. And this demonstrates the difference in how people recognize various qualities. For some, a characteristic would fall under the normal category, while for others, that same characteristic would fall under the unique category. One's classification of a unique person is strongly dependent by the observer's perspective, influenced by their life experience and the environment they're in. What I want you to remember from this is that if you say your favorite ice cream flavor is Rocky Road, I would think you're a little weird because I am used to the refreshing flavor of lemon my family loves from the local ice cream shop. But my neighbor, who has 3 children that love sweet ice creams with lots of ingredients, would find your answer normal. The idea of being divergent is well supported, and many strive to achieve such an image. People seek ways to be special in a way approved by others, but we can never fully control how people perceive us. So if you change yourself for the sake of what other people think of you, you may lose yourself in the process of doing so. And it's all useless if you try to be seen as unique by saying that your favorite ice cream flavor is pistachio. There will always be people like me who will find it normal. With over 8 billion people on our planet, each owning different qualities from others, you will never be seen as unique to everyone. But at the end of the day, as many people quote, but don't fully take to their hearts, we shouldn't care about what other people think of us. It is a waste of time. We need to preserve our identity and value ourselves for who we are. Thank you.